All right. Today we are building Lamasu on the account. Oh. Authoratrix Lamasu, available through winning a bunch of siege battles. Finally got her a couple weeks ago, and now I finally get to build her. So that is what we are going to be doing on the stream today. So I'm going to figure out the best build that I have available for her and see where she fits on my account. Gonna be trying her out, possibly in some arena situations, possibly in Hydra. Those are my top two thoughts. So I'm just gonna do a few random things in the game, tell a few people show up, and then we'll get started on the build. So I might as well do a few Cursed City keys, get a few things out of the way here. I need more awakenings. Fine. That too. Fine. I like to use Marius in as many situations as I possibly can. He makes the game so easy. There we go. Easy, easy, easy. All right, what do we have here? Gotta find who I currently have built. I'm on. I'm just doing the normal Curse City stages today. I did pretty much what I could from the hard stages already. Now I'm working through the normal. When I get through the normal, I usually go back and see if there's anything I feel like tackling on hard, but usually I don't feel like building a bunch of champions just for like a few random Curse City stages with mediocre rewards. Welcome to the chat. We are going to be building Lamasu in a little bit here. Let me know what you are working on in the game. I did do the stupid spider event today. I just did Tyraku's stupid spider 10 team with Hellfound and Allure. It was dumb, but I needed the points. I'm trying to get the 5-star. I'm trying to get everything from the. I'm doing the Demon Slayer event. I'm doing the Coalition event to the best of my abilities. We almost have this done. I just need to do uh, a little more work on my gear. Need to do the gear enhancement event. Haven't quite finished that. And then I've got to finish off the dungeon divers as well. But I've got quite a bit of work to do there. So building Lamasu. If I have to upgrade some gear, might get me toward the end of that. So we just have this section done on normal so far. So quite a bit left to do on normal. As far as hard is concerned, I've got a couple markets, always pretty easy. Dead Rise, got that finished. Plague Home, there's a few random things that were kind of difficult. I didn't feel like building a whole lot of stuff here. I have more options. It's just, do I feel like doing it or not? All right, as far as Lamasu is concerned, I got to figure out what kind of gear I have available for her, especially the accessories. So I don't know what's left in Demon Spawn. I have a lot of good Demon Spawn champions, so that might make it more difficult to build her. We'll find out. My first hope is either Pinpoint or Supersonic or Feral, something along those lines. Uh, I'd probably prefer to make her tanky if possible, but most of all, I want to make her fast and decent amount of accuracy would be good too. I definitely need a decent amount. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get an insanely high amount. Now, as far as relics are concerned, that's a good question. What kind of relic do I want on her? Obviously, one of submission would be nice, but I only have so many of them. Probably something to protect her, keep her alive. She's not really a damage dealer as far as I know. Let me know in chat if you have already built Lamasu. What do you have her in? Let's see. Receives 2% less damage. Let me check out the good ones first. See if there's anything that sticks out. Whereas defense increases by 1% each time they receive damage. Okay. Possibility. This might be good, where it has a 10% chance to steal a random buff when attacking a target. Cannot be resisted. That's pretty good. That might actually be useful for her. Scroll of the Unseen. I don't think that's going to work out with my teams. Damage increases. We're not looking for that. Header's Reserve. Less damage. Header's Reserve is too tricky. Vulcanon's Grasp. Reflects damage. Nah. Will ignore defense. Nah. Let's see. No. Okay, I think we're going to go with Orb of Transfixion. I think that would be good. We'll upgrade that to level 9. Easy peasy. And then we will take a look at what kind of circular gemstones we want. Let's see. Gains additional accuracy. That might be good. Let me take a further look. Damage, no. Ignores, no, that's not going to help. Increases, might be good. More damage, no. That might be good. We might want that extra accuracy. The turn meter is always important. You know what? She does throw out the fears. So we're going to try that. And then we're going to throw on... oh, no. Other one. No. No. Switch sockets. That was close. All right. So we got +9 Orb of Transfixion on her. Then we're going to do the masteries real quick. And then we will work on the rest of the build. Let me check out here. What kind of masteries do I want? Fortunately, I don't have a blessing for her, of course, because I just pulled her. So that is unfortunate. Think we're gonna go with the debuff route. Just get as much accuracy as possible. Always useful. Okay. Nope. Turn meter. Okay. Lots and lots of extra accuracy. And might as well keep her alive as best as we can. I am pretty much just stealing my masteries from Hell Hades because that's what I do most of the time. I am not going to ever pretend that I am a masteries expert. All right, so we start off with 150 resistance, 206 accuracy, and 115 speed. We got to make her as fast as we possibly can. I'm going to try to do this without stone skin first, see what I have available. And then if I do need to throw in stone skin, and that is a pretty good possibility, then I will. It just kind of depends on how fast I can get her. Unfortunately, I'm just never going to have the crazy speeds that some of the top players have. Let's go to the fitting room and see what we do have available. Let's just see what I have in Feral. I've got, let's see. We can just see if we get a bunch of accuracy here. We'll see what happens. No accuracy, okay. And this is resistance anyway, so Feral's probably not going to work out. How about supersonic? Got plenty of rings. Can we get some accuracy here? A little bit of accuracy there. What do we have available to us here? I mean, I would love to get an accuracy banner, which I doubt is available at all. No. Maybe we will re-roll something. See if we hit accuracy. But I don't know. Let's see if we hit speed. Okay, so, oh wow. That's a good HP banner. How about this attack one? Oh, what do I do? How do you get merciless accessories? You get those from Cursed City. Basically, anytime you take down one of the harder stages or Amius, so that if you're a newer player, that's going to be pretty difficult. But uh, basically, the only way that you get merciless gear or supersonic is going to be from Curse City. As far as I know, there's no other way to do it. Maybe if they have a Deck of Fate event or something, possibly they might put some in there someday, but pretty much from Curse City. Hard or normal. You can get it from normal. You're going to get the better gear in hard, but you will get some from normal. Ooh, I'm really tempted to re-roll this, even though that would be really good for. I mean, maybe I'll just try that on anyway as it is. I'm gonna have to think about this, see how the rest of my supersonic gear looks before I even consider re-rolling that. What else do we have here? I can always change out the ring. I'm not super worried about the ring. It the ring is like the least exciting part of the accessories anyway. So I'm gonna go priority stats and just see how much speed I can possibly get from um supersonic. I don't know how this is gonna work out. Let's do equipped, and we'll just do one piece at a time and just see what kind of gear we can get. We got a triple roll here with no accuracy, triple roll with some accuracy, lose 3 speed, and it's only a 5-star piece. All right, and what else we got? We got a little bit accuracy there. I guess we just go with the highest speed and then see if I end up getting enough accuracy along the way, because she's just going to need a lot of speed. If she's going to be viable at all to me in arena, she's going to need a good amount of speed, and that's going to be difficult. What do we got here? I don't really want to mess with that. We still don't have any accuracy here, unfortunately. What kind of stats do we get here? Get some resistance, HP, speed, turn meter. Okay. So I would like to get some accuracy eventually, but we'll see what's available. That's a triple roll. I don't use him. Not really. Still no accuracy. But we are getting some good speed rolls. That's a good sign. But we have no accuracy, and that's a bad sign. I could possibly... Don't really want to use that. Don't want to use that or that. Emic. Emic I could probably steal from. I don't think I use him in anything important. I don't think. Hopefully. Let's see what else we got here. And we're starting to lose some steam on our gear. What else do we have? I'd rather not. I mean, I could take his. I'm not really using him for anything super important anymore. Why don't we try that on, see what happens? And please, accuracy, please, not you. Somewhere, accuracy, please. Okay, we do have an accuracy chest plate with no speed on it. We're not going to be fast enough. We're just not. What happens when I ascend this? No. No. How about this one? Just trying to hit some accuracy somewhere? No. How about this one? How about this one? This would be good if it hit accuracy. HP. I mean, that's still the best piece. I don't really use this guy. And then speed, obviously. That'd be good, but there's still no accuracy. Oh, that would be good, but I'm using her. She's too important. Get some accuracy there. Now, unfortunately, best case scenario is 299 speed. That's pretty rough. That's not going to cut it. That's not going to do the job at all. I mean, even if I started throwing on some glyphs. What can I get her to? I could get her to like 320 or something. But she's just gonna, I mean, that's fine. That'd be fine for Hydra. But she's not gonna be good enough. Um, she's not gonna be good enough to like be a speed lead for arena or anything like that. It's gonna be pretty rough. So that is an option that we could possibly do. I wish I could save this as just a maybe, but I can't really do that. But I could make this team, or I could make this setup better, but it's not really going to be good enough for arena. I'm not really stealing from anybody that really matters on my account. It's not a bad it's not a bad build. It's just not really going to be cutting it for like live arena, which is what I would want to use her for. I kind of feel like I need to at least make this as an option. I'm just going to use this. Thankfully, we're getting more regular free gear removals, so I'm just going to use this. Do I really want to activate free gear removal? Continue. And now I can equip it. And we'll go ahead and upgrade this. And that is a really good HP banner. I really wish that I could guarantee that I would re-roll this, make it accuracy and quad speed, but that's probably not going to work out for me. That'd probably be a terrible idea. Let's ascend it. And we get a pretty bad ascension, unfortunately. And I've got no chaos powder for that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to save this in our preset manager. Um, Lamasu Supersonic. And then we're going to see if we can get something better. If we were to, say, throw her in Pinpoint and Stone Skin or something like that. So at least we have something to work with. Find out what kind of stats we're looking at. We do hit accuracy. So her accuracy is not great. Not great at all, but if I were to throw her in a Hydra team, she'd be fine. She because I have the Hydra bonuses. So 357, and then I throw on some glyphs and stuff. I'm not worried about her Hydra accuracy, but if I were to use her in arena, am I really using her for her accuracy? I'd rather use her um, as a speed booster, which kind of leaves me with using her possibly alongside of somebody like a Arbiter or something. But she's just not fast enough. Like I really don't have the gear to, there's definitely people who have her in like 400 plus speed. Even with some glyphs, I can get her to like 320 or whatever. It's still not going to be good enough. Obviously, it's not like I'm competing with the top end players, but even at my level, I would need her to be a lot faster, or I need her to be in some stone skin. So we're going to go back to the fitting room and see if I can make some sort of build for her where she is relevant in arena. I just don't know if I'm going to have the gear to make her a useful option or not. So we've got stone skin and we've got pinpoint as options. I would rather use pinpoint accessories if possible because I have more options for stone skin when it comes to artifacts. Just guessing. That's the most likely thing. So let's see here. Uh, what do I want to throw on her? I mean, this is okay. It's a defense ring, but it's got lots of tankiness to it. Not the most HP. Would I rather have a bunch of HP? Possibly, but it's a ring, so it's probably not that big of a difference. I'm just gonna try that on. And then I want as much accuracy as I can get on the amulet. So we got a decent amount here. It's a crit damage amulet. Not exactly what I want to use on her. What else do we have? Do we have stone skin? Maybe. I guess we can roll up some stone skin and see if we hit a bunch of accuracy somewhere. Could happen. But it doesn't happen. So maybe we try, I don't know, see if this hits another accuracy roll. Okay. Well, 27 plus 9, 26. Maybe if we hit triple accuracy. No. I mean, is any of this going to hit triple accuracy? Probably not. Gotta try, I guess. No. 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 Okay. So that's probably not going to work out. I guess I just got to go with the crit damage one, even though that's not really what I want. I guess I just got to suck it up. And then let's see. So, oh wait, forgot to do the banner. Do I have any good accuracy banners? No, not really. At least this one has some speed and accuracy. Not the best. Not really the best. Um, what about just generally? Do I have anything with like a whole bunch of speed? Just like crazy speed anywhere? Doesn't look like it. Um, 295 versus. Okay, that actually makes me go faster a little bit. All right, what else do we got? All right, now we're gonna need 2 pieces of pinpoint and 4 pieces of stone skin. Um, Same kind of deal. I just want the fastest stuff I have available. And I would not mind having some accuracy. So let's see what kind of gear we have. So we're going to stick with stone skin and pinpoint. So what kind of pinpoint gear do we have? We don't have a lot of pinpoint gear left. None of this even has speed. Okay, well, that's pretty good. We've got a quad roll on a 5-star piece. Which one's better? This one's better. Okay, that's a good start. How about here? Okay, we got a little bit of speed, a little bit of accuracy. A lot more speed, a lot more accuracy. I feel like we need to take this anyway because we just have limited pinpoint gear at this point. But we'll have to remember that. I might need to switch up the helmet. And we've got no speed here. We'll take this, I guess. This isn't looking better, to be honest. It's not looking any better for me compared to the supersonic set. Do we have good things here? We got crit damage gloves with some speed and accuracy. That's pretty rough. What do we have here? We got crit rate, stone skin gloves with speed and accuracy. I am really at the bottom of the barrel here. I don't think this is going to work out at all. Do we have any accuracy stone skin pieces with a bunch of speed? We do. We'll take that. And then, of course, speed boots. Does anything have accuracy or extra speed? Okay, I guess we will take this one. And that leaves us insanely slow. That's a terrible build. A lot more accuracy, but a terrible build. I'm not doing that. I've used my stone skin on other champions that I really can't afford to take it off of them. So I don't think that's going to work for her. I'm going to be honest, I'm going to have a tough time fitting her into any sort of arena situation unless I can throw her in with Arbiter. If I can have Arbiter boost her, and then she continues boosting the team. I think that's the best option I have. Unless, I mean, I could try her. I could try her in straight up speed gear. I don't think that's going to help because, I mean, my Arbiter is fairly fast, but after my Arbiter, I don't have insane speed gear. Like, my Arbiter is pretty fast. Not the fastest or anything, but pretty fast. I guess we have to try it. See what kind of speed gear I could get on her. I don't really use Warlord anymore outside of like faction stuff, unfortunately. A little bit of Doom Tower stuff. There's just better options these days, unfortunately. So we'll try that on. And obviously we're not stealing from Arbiter. We could try that. And let's see. I don't want to screw up my clan boss team. How about that? Should be fine. Unfortunately, there's a lot of champions I don't really want to screw up. I can steal from Lysandra. I can rebuild Lysandra if I have to. It wouldn't be the end of the world. Could pretty much just steal her gear. I would like accuracy if possible. Oh, there we go. All right, so that would get us 365 speed. Yeah, saying that I don't use Warlord a lot hurts my soul. He was my first Void Legendary. But the problem is, when are you going to use him? Fabian's just better. Even though Warlord is Void, Fabian's more useful. He does more things. He's so good. And then you got Armand. So what's Warlord going to do anymore? Like I always I always felt like I should be using Warlord way more. But unfortunately, I've just never really found a great spot for him in Arena, even though he's good. It's just he's not the best. He's really good. He's so useful. You know, I use him all the time in, faction wars and some random Doom Tower stuff, Curse City. But is anybody going to use Warlord over Fabian? I don't think so. Is anybody going to use Warlord over Armands? I don't think so. So where does that leave him? Yeah, if somebody else picks Armands and Fabian, here's the problem. They're already going to outspeed me because I have better gear on my Armands and Fabian than I would on my Warlord. So my Warlord is going to get outsped, and then he's not going to be able to use his A3, right? So I have to go with a different option completely. Um, and it stinks. I mean, typically I'm going to be able to get one of the two, right? If I go first, that's the only time that I'm not going to get one of the two. Because um, I will pick Marius first. And then if they pick both Armands and Fabian, then I'm just going to pick Arbiter. And my Arbiter is going to uh, help my Marius go faster. And he's just going to take out their Fabian and Armands. And if they're still too fast for me, I'm going to die anyway because they have a better account than me. How fast is my Warlord? Not nearly fast enough. He's probably like, well, he's about to be a lot slower. Well, actually, I can just replace him. Um, let me. I'm gonna do this. I want to test it. 365 is decent. It's not insane. I will show you my Warlord in a minute. I don't know how fast he is. He's not nearly fast enough is the problem. Not to really compete. Now, how much can I improve this speed? Not a whole lot, unfortunately. Uh, I would just need a better banner probably to improve. On the 365, that's a decent speed, but I mean, it would work situationally. The accuracy is actually better. So this is already a better build probably, but I'm losing 32k HP. So that's a little dangerous. I don't know what the better idea is, but I think this is a good build to have on my account and just have it as a global preset either way. And then I could switch this back, I could put it on Lysandra when I need it on Lysandra. I could put it on Warlord. This might be a decent build for Warlord, not gonna lie. Um, Even though the accuracy is not insane for Arena, actually. But if Warlord has a good accuracy banner, maybe. Maybe. So I'm going to equip this, and then I'm going to save it as a preset, global preset. Um, uh, Speedy, Lamasu. See how that works? All right, let me pull out my warlord that I do not use enough and see how he looks when I put some speed boots back on him. Okay, so this is so bad. He's at 217. If I put the speed boots back on him, he was at like 280. That's so bad. That's This is a garbage build. I had him in some pinpoint. I wanted to use him in arena and stuff, but just so bad. I'm just going to put some speed boots on, whatever has the highest accuracy. There we go. So with the speed boots on, he's 274. Oh, wow. Okay, you just said a lot. Let me read this. Oh, is it? Yeah, yeah. Um, I don't have insane speed gear, obviously. So I actually kind of have a go second philosophy on my account. I put stone skin on everybody pretty much that I'm going to be using in arena. Almost. Like there's a few exceptions, like I don't have stone skin on Wukong because that's mostly pretty silly. But I have I have stone skin on Armands and on Fabian because I don't have the fastest Armands and Fabian. So I have to rely on them surviving and then they get a turn. So I'll show you. What do I have here? I'll show you kind of how it works. Let me see if I can find a dangerous team. That's a little too dangerous. Let's just see if they outspeed me. So basically, they're going to lock me out, right? But with the White King and Queen as a team, I can, and with Marius, I'm still going to be able to do some damage if I survive. I don't remember if this guy, does he strip buffs? I don't know the mythicals nearly well enough. So we'll go ahead and see how this goes. They're a pretty low level account, so they might not even outspeed me. Who knows? Oh, let's see. Let's see if they're okay. Their arbiter did outspeed me. They did lock out 3 of my champions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if my White Queen resets my king. So he got a decreased cooldown, right? And so now I can decrease her cooldown. Oh, I'm in trouble. But he got reset. And that that almost worked. I could be in trouble. Unfortunately, they did strip my stone skin. I didn't know he had a strip on his team. What does this guy do? Okay, let me try something else. Man, I could really use a mythical. That's insane. Okay, so he must on his second form have a strip. I don't know. Oh, wait, it was probably the Fabian that stripped. Duh. Oh, you've been watching that long? Yeah, Narcisse was one of my luckier pulls. Yeah. Let me try. Let me try this team, see how that one works. It's crazy how much a mythical can change your account. Because this guy's only level 81. He does not have insane team power. But with a mythical, and with, Fabian's crazy too. See, the good thing with this team is, well, if I stayed alive anyway. Sheesh. Fabian's just a beast. Okay. This is a surprisingly good team. Okay. So, am I going to get feared? Maybe. Yep. Sheesh, man. All right. There we go. There we go. Okay. There we go. The second team, the go second team might finally pull it off. Bring him back alive. There we go. Okay. Just like I scripted it. Yeah, that team surprised me. But okay, now we have a couple options with Lamasu. What do I actually want to do with her? I mean, problem with this is 365 speed is a lot better, but 334 accuracy is pretty weak. I mean, it's gonna work on um it's gonna work on like damage dealers and stuff. But I guess what we really want her for in arena anyway is, I mean, we want the turn meter and we want the intercept, right? Thanks for everybody who's coming in. Let me know in the chat how you have your Lamasu built, if you have her, or if you don't have her, let me know if you are close. I will go ahead and show you. These are the masteries that I have on her. I don't have a blessing for her yet. That'd be very helpful if I pull one soon. And I do have Orb of Transfixion. I've got a couple options that I'm kind of weighing out here. Do I want to go and try to use her um, with speed for arena? Is that really a viable option? Uh, or do I just want to use her, focus her use on Hydra? And which Hydra team might she possibly work with? So I guess we can just try some things. Obviously this is not a good team to go against. I want to try things out. I mean, what if we have Arbiter? And I haven't watched any videos on Lamasu, like at all. So I don't know how other people are using her. Probably should have looked into that. But if we have these three and we just put a damage dealer in with them, Hey, what's up? I do not know how to speak. I assume that's Russian. Is that Russian? Are you Russian, Ukrainian, or is that a completely different language I don't realize? Sorry, I can't read it. Now what kind of damage dealer? I mean, we could just throw in like a Thor just for funsies. Just because he's available. I mean, we could throw in. Oops, not you. We could put in somebody like a Nishak. We're going fast. Why don't we try that? Because I always want to use Nishak more than I do. He's such a pain. Okay, what if I go into her? And then what's she gonna do? Do I want to fill the turn meter of Nishak? Maybe. And that gives him intercept without me having to put pinpoint gear on him. That's interesting. And I mean, this is a bad team. I know that. That's not the point of this. And then obviously they're just going to die whenever they get a turn. So that's an interesting team, maybe. And then our A2, is it going to hit anything? Throw out the block buffs. Okay. I kind of like that idea. All right, I'm just going to hit auto and have it complete that. Hey, okay. Okay, Ukraine. Okay, okay. That makes sense. I don't know if the game is still banned in Russia. That's my guess, but I'm guessing that they also just kind of get around it anyway. Okay, so I wasn't sure about that. I don't know what's going on over there. I know that they were banned when the war started. Okay, what about this team? Can I? I think I'll be able to outspeed them. This will be interesting. I don't really want to auto this team because I'm not sure how the auto is going to work. My guess is if I did auto, that Lamasu would try to get Fabian going, which could be good under certain circumstances. Let's see what happens here. Okay. All right. That's not bad. Because I don't really use Arbiter a ton in normal arena anymore. But maybe I could again. As long as find a team that I don't think has insane resistance. Yeah. Raid's so cool about just people all over. I mean, mostly America and Europe, Ukraine, but I mean, we go up against some Japanese or Chinese clans sometimes. You know, I know we had some people from like Mexico and South America in the chat recently. It's kind of cool, but unfortunately, everybody gets the news over in Europe 12 hours before I do. So I can't do like news videos or anything because they've already put them out before I even wake up for the day. So as an aspiring YouTuber, that's kind of annoying. I am from Oregon. So that's on the west coast of America, just above California. All right, what else do we have here? Let's see. Can I outspeed them? This could be interesting. All right. So, magma shield. All right. Magma shield that. Huh. You know what? I just might like this team. I am surprised. I'm surprised I was able to find something kind of interesting. Let me know, guys. What kind of Lamasu teams have you made? I'm gonna throw in this team, and let's see. We got Arbiter, Lamasu, Fabian, and Nishak. And let's see. Obviously, first choice. We're gonna go first choice here. Probably would have defaulted to this anyway. I want to see what it does on auto. So I don't think it's going to do what I want it to do on auto. So let's just see what happens here. Oh, you lived in Missouri. Okay. Do I sound like I'm from the Midwest? Do I just sound slow? Because I've had it described to me that Oregonians sound like Californians, but slower. So maybe that's what made you think that. I was not paying attention to the order here, but it obviously didn't matter. Kind of like in this team. I forget how my Nishak is built though. I gotta see if I have room for improvement on him or not. I feel like my Nishak is always not quite what I want him to be. He's so tough to stop unless you have someone like a Marishka, or if you go first, or you have insane resistance, which nobody builds for resistance. Okay. My Nishak, 6,000 attack, mediocre. 290 speed, mediocre. Compared to the top players. I know a lot of people would love to have those kind of speeds. 567 accuracy, usually good enough, unless you're going up against like a high resistance Siffy or something crazy like that. Um, I wonder if I can improve this at all. Can I make him have any more accuracy? Let's see if I've gotten any more pinpoint gear. Probably not. Obviously, I need to roll a lot of pinpoint gear. I can do that. I don't really want to do that right now. Something to look at. Accuracy with a double roll of speed is not terrible for my pinpoint gear. Doubt that I'm going to be able to top that. But then again, I don't really need 5 pieces of pinpoint. Yeah, I do. It's the plus 10 speed. So I'm very much doubt that I'm going to top that. Let's see. That's close. Yeah, I don't have anything else. Okay, not terrible. Not slow, no disrespect. Okay. Your Nishak was slower than UDK? That's rough. My UDK is as slow as can be. Like, I would need to be able to put negative speed on my UDK. 97. Base speed UDK. I thought I had him in 9-piece stone skin. I only have him in 7-piece. I wonder if I can fix that. As soon as this event dungeon is over, I'm putting a golden elixir on this guy. Because I ran into a UDK with golden elixir. It's crazy annoying. Let's see. Stone skin. Stone skin. Defense ring, no. HP ring. No that or banner has speed. Speed. Ooh. Defense, no. Speed. Okay, that's not gonna happen. 7,500 attack. Yeah, that's more like what I want my Nishak to have is like 7,500 attack. But I mean, he's only got 1 star blessing. No relic. I should add a relic to him. What's a good relic for Nishak besides the legendaries? No. Not really. Maybe, but not really. We got some attack. Probably not. That's not bad. Oh, that's pretty good. Their damage increases by 1% each time they place a debuff. Obviously, better if I still use him in Hydra or something. No, 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 no. Attack and accuracy. Ignore 2% of a target's defense. No, it's not a poisoner. Accuracy. 2% more damage per skill activated. Enemies under fear or true fear. Now, this might work out well because he's with Fabian. Fabian, who throws out the fears. I guess I'll try that. And we'll upgrade that. We'll get some extra accuracy that I obviously can use. Crit damage is pretty irrelevant because he's not built with crit, even though he could be if I had the gear for it. And how about these? Damage increases by 1% per 100 of their total accuracy. That sounds good. And what we got here? No, no. Maybe. Uh, None of them are amazing, but decent. All right. Good night, man. Thanks for coming in. I will try to be streaming more over the weekend. I'm not sure which days. Maybe every day. We'll see what happens. All right. So I would say that the speed Lamasu is probably the one I'm going to stick with. Um, I think it's a better build than the supersonic build. Like, I don't think it's even close. Now we'll still leave the supersonic um, accessories on her because those actually are pretty nice. We get the 10% speed from having the accessories. So that's just as if we had, more speed rolls. I'm going to put on just like 4-star speed glyphs because I'll save the bigger ones for personal CVC in a couple weeks. Let's see where we can add a good amount of speed. I mean, she's already pretty well glyphed. We will level that up. Maybe do some kind of ascensions do we have? Kind of garbage ascensions. Kind of garbage ascensions. Okay, as far as glyphs, I will worry about those personal CVC. But we end up with 368 speed. Plenty of HP. Accuracy is okay, but we're not really using her for the accuracy here. Uh, what was my other build? This one was only 302 speed, 277 accuracy. But way more HP. Like if I need some kind of build where she's kind of fast, but she needs 100k HP, that's the build to go with, I guess. Now I am going to have to rebuild a few champions that I stole from. Lysandra. Oh, I spelled that wrong. To collection. And then Drang is going to need a new glove. That should be easy enough. I just stole a perception glove. Did I steal it from anybody else? Warlord, but I already replaced that. All right. Not bad. This has actually gone better than I expected. Pretty decent build. Almost have those demon points. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that arena team. That surprised me a little bit. I'll have to see if I can improve my Nishak in any way. But I want to try Lamasu in one of my Hydra teams. Last night I ran my Nightmare team, so that's not going to be an option. I have either my hard or my brutal team. And what I am thinking is I would like to see if running her instead of Necmo would improve the hard team, or if she fits. I don't think there's really a reason to put her in the hard team because I already have Lydia in the hard team, and I still feel like they are kind of similar. Not exactly similar, but they fill similar roles. So I am going to put in Lamasu here. And I think I'm just going to let her do her thing. I'll probably start her off on the A1. Probably a good opener. She should have enough accuracy thanks to my Hydra bonuses. I'm not doing a quick battle. I'm going to start this on auto, and I'm going to walk away for a couple minutes, take a short break. I'll come back and I will check on this team. Let me know if you use... How do you use your Lamasu? Do you have her? Or are you close? Where are you using her? Is she in your Hydra team? I don't know if she would be better for my Chimera team or not, but I feel like if she's good in this team, I could take Necmo out of the team and then I could make Necmo better, possibly, for Chimera. because he is in my Chimera team. It looks like the debuffs are going on pretty well here. So I'm going to let this run. And we got cleansed. That's unfortunate. Where is... Oh, that's not good. That's not good. That means the Mad Hatter did not hit something. Uh, Hang on. I forget how this team even works. What do I use for what is Mad Hatter in? Hang on. Take a break in 2 minutes. What is Mad Hatter wearing? I feel like he has to hit yeah. He has to hit the provoke or I'm in trouble. So I gotta redo it until he hits that provoke. That's all. If he hits the provoke, then this team will work. If he doesn't, then we're in trouble. Is he gonna hit it? Or are we gonna get cleansed? That's the big question. Okay. He hit the provoke. I'm gonna take a short break, come back and see how this team is doing. All right. Looks like it's going all right. This might be the new team. Um, so the main difference between Necmo being on the team and Lamasu being on the team. Obviously, she's throwing out the they both throw out the decreased speed. He has the increased speed, but she has a speed lead, and I feel like that probably makes up for most of the difference there. And then she also throws out the block debuffs that could be helping this team quite a bit. This is looking like a pretty good score so far. We got the cleanse there, unfortunately, but now we hit the provoke. I think this team might be decent. It's still going to have the same problem that it always has, in that Mad Hatter has to hit the provoke in order for the run to be successful. But that's just kind of always a problem with any team that doesn't have an actual provoker. When you rely on the hex gear, or the provoke gear, uh, it's just kind of the chance that you take. Okay, so I'm actually pretty happy with this team. I don't really want to watch this team. I want to see what it does with a quick battle. I just want to see. Now, normally, this team with Necmo can hit anywhere between like 150 million to 250 million. Like, anywhere up and down. A successful run is going to be around 200 million, but it can kind of go up and down. So what's it going to be like with Lamasu in the team? We've got 4 quick battles available. Obviously, I only want to have to use, well, 1 would be the best, but 2 or 3 would be okay. Let's see how it goes. Please work on the first try. Okay, we got past the first couple hundred turns. Should be pretty good. This could be a good score. We're getting deep into it. Sometimes this team fails. Okay. Okay. Instantly better. 294 million in 1 try. 883 clash points. This is already the best brutal team that I have available to me. Keep result. Now I have to rebuild my Necmo. Now I gotta rebuild Necmo. If I can, I probably can't even do it, but let's see. Where's my Necmo? To collection. Okay. I don't think it's gonna happen. If I'm being honest here, I don't think it's gonna happen. But if I could, I would love to be able to put him in a toxic set. If possible, could I keep his speed decent in a toxic set? What if I stole the gear from, you know what, let's just get him as fast as possible. Let's put him in my fastest toxic gear. I don't think I'm going to put it on him tonight. I just want to see if this is even sort of possible. Try that on. What else do we have? I mean, I could just steal what is currently on Ramontu, because I built Ramontu as an option for Chimera. I'll just probably do that. Um, yeah. And then what else do I need? I would need something fast and accurate. Okay, just The highest speed with accuracy from perception? Not equipped. Let's just try that. And then I don't know what he's in already. I think that's probably already good. Okay, we would only lose 2 speed. 5,500 HP. His attack would go up. And his accuracy would go down, but I think 483 accuracy is still plenty. I might try this for Chimera this week. I think I'm going to. Because I no longer need him to be in... I don't need him to be in Relentless. Actually, it's kind of annoying to have him in Relentless for Chimera, because sometimes that gets him killed when the poisons are on him. He takes an extra turn. He gets an extra hit of the poisons before I can do anything about it. So it looks like we've got a brand new Necmo build, and then I can rebuild Ramontu to maybe actually be useful for my team again. Because I don't really like him. I don't really like him in the Toxic set. So we'll go ahead and do that. See if I can increase anything here. Maybe hit accuracy. No. Maybe hit speed. Hey, how about that? Okay. I will probably add to that during personal CVC. We'll add just a touch of accuracy here. He does need accuracy to hit his A1, his A2. Everything else can probably stay the same. Add a little bit of 4-star enchanting. Throw that on just because. Welcome in. Thanks everybody for checking out the stream. I have rebuilt Lamasu, and because of that, I was able to rebuild my Necmo Thar as well. I will show you the build I decided to go for with Lamasu. And basically, I put her in probably my second fastest speed gear. Arbiter still has my fastest. My Arbiter, thanks to Journal of Necrados, or no, oh wait. If you watched my shard pulling videos, I was able to add 10 speed. This is the first time I filled out a legendary faction. I was able to add 10 speed to my Arbiter. So she is now, let's see, 421 speed. By far my fastest champion. But Lamasu now, where is she? It's hard to find. She doesn't have any blessing yet, but she's got 368 speed, 69k HP, so she does stay alive, and 334 accuracy is not great. I would very much like to improve it. Thanks for stopping by. I will catch you in another stream. I don't have a great I don't have an accuracy banner for Supersonic, unfortunately, but I have her in just 6 pieces of speed. And this is the arena team that I decided to try out for a little bit, see how it works, see who it will work up against. Who's a good team to try this on? This is not a very good team, but I'll show you how the team works. This should be an easy win unless something goofy happens. You never know. You never know. You could be tricked. So Arbiter into Lamasu, and then Fabian, and then back to Arbiter. And unfortunately, of course, he weak hit against Vogoth, so we're gonna have to go back around, but everybody else is gonna die, so it's not a big deal. Um, I do feel like my Nishak, he does get resisted a lot. I don't know why. Maybe Vogoth just has high resistance. It's possible. I do need to see if I can improve my Nishak's attack and accuracy and speed if possible. But it hits this time, so there we go. A pretty fun little team. I like it. I don't know how much I will use Lamasu in Live Arena. She is very good in Live Arena, I am sure. I just don't know if she's going to be good enough for how my teams work. Maybe like 365 speed is decent. I would have to. The problem is I'd have to get Arbiter in there as well. I mean, obviously, if the other person picks Arbiter and then I go last, I could pick Lamasu and then I could just take out their Arbiter. That's a very situational thing, as most live arena things are. So it's possible, but um, she fit in perfectly with my Hydra team. I just broke what is probably my brutal record. I don't remember if my Nightmare team did better than that before it became my Nightmare team. This is my Nightmare team. I auto ran that last night. This was my record, 441. And then my Brutal just broke a record. What was that, 10 minutes ago or whatever? 294 million. Usually with Nekomothar in this place, it was getting anywhere from 150 million to 250 million. So obviously, I'm going to take the team that hits 300 million. And then I'm just left with my hard team left to run this week. And I'm thinking about possibly putting Tholen in this team. Because even though he was not as good as Thor when we built him last night, once I get him to 5 stars, he might be a better option here. What I would probably do is I would either take out one of the burners. I'd either take out Artak or Supreme Gaelic. Those are really the only options for him. So that might happen. But I'm not going to test that out until I get the 5 stars, because it's a waste until then. But that is some good progress. Now, what else is going on in the game? There is going to be a summon rush that I'm probably going to have to do tomorrow. I will see how it looks, see if it is really worth doing. If it is, I'm going to guess that they're going to make it so it's basically you have to do it in order to get the Demon Slayer Titan event finished. I will probably do the summon event or the summon rush, and then I will probably skip the champion training. I've done a lot of champion training lately, and I like to use my brews for champion training. And they're a little bit low right now. And so if I can avoid doing that, that would be good, because we've got another fusion probably rolling around in another week and a half. So gotta save those brews if I possibly can, but we'll see. We're just gonna have to wait for tomorrow to see what we're actually gonna need to do. I haven't skipped anything yet for the Demon Slayer Titan event. I'm at 580 points. I need to do a little bit of dungeon diving and a little bit of enhancement. How's my silver looking? Dreadful. It looks like I'm going to need to do a gear cleanse because I am almost out of room for my accessories in particular. My artifacts are okay. Let me know. Does a gear cleanse, does anybody watch gear cleanses on stream or in videos? I feel like that's not the most exciting thing to watch, but I know that some people do it. Um, I feel like it's a pretty boring thing to do, and some people do on stream just so that they have people to talk to while they do it. I don't know. I don't know if I want to sit and talk about gear cleanse for an hour or two, but if you guys are really into that, let me know, and I can change my mind. It's definitely a possibility, but I'm gonna have to do that very soon. I'm really hoping that we have a some really good event for the Soulstone soon. I feel like they've actually given us a couple weeks off for having some kind of event, so I'm hoping that there's going to be a Deck of Fate maybe early next week. It does seem like they do like to do it on like Monday, Tuesday kind of thing for Soulstones. That would be really good because I've been saving those up for probably close to 2 months now. I think tomorrow night I might try out uh Chimera with the newly rebuilt Necmo Thar. This is my Chimera team. It's okay. Um I feel like it could be better, but I do not have Senna. I don't have Elva. Wish I did, but considering that I don't have those two, I don't have any of like the most overpowered champions. Obviously, Marius and Newt are great for it, but as far as support is concerned, I don't have the best champions for it. So I'm gonna see if maybe I can get some more trials done with the poisons available from a toxic set. I really haven't put a ton of thought into my Chimera team. It basically hasn't changed in the last 6 months. I feel like Chimera came out maybe November, give or take a month. October, November, December, somewhere around there. And I haven't really changed that team at all. It's not really super interesting content to me. The rewards aren't amazing. And I don't have the very best champions for it. But maybe that'll improve my team a little bit. We'll see. We'll see. Um, I think that's about it. I've still got I've got some basic stuff that I need to do, but mission accomplished. We have Lamasu rebuilt. I do still need to build Khan, who I recently pulled. I've got a second Duchess that I want to build. Maybe make her more specific for Hydra, because I just have my Arena Duchess currently in one of my Hydra teams. I don't know. And then I really need to figure out Caldor. Um, I just don't know how to use him when I don't have Elva. It would be really nice if I had Elva. She's one of my most wanted champions. Hopefully they have a progressive chance for her soon, even though my shard count is a little bit lower than I like. But that's it. I think I'm done for the night. And hopefully I'll be back tomorrow night with something to do. Maybe I'll try out Chimera on my stream. Maybe I will build Khan. Let me know what you think. What do you think I should build next? And I'll think about it overnight and see what I feel like doing tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Weiler Wednesday. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel before you head on out for the night. And I will be back with more Raid Shadow Legends. See ya.